our keynote speaker today, she did not have to say yes, but she said yes, and I'm so excited that she said yes. I met her my first year in this position. We were I think we were in this room, right? I don't know what I was doing. I was at an event. And I said, I've never been to a game before. You know, I never went to a college game, and she was quick. She said, "You're going tonight. Here are the tickets. You know, let's go." So she not only provided my first experience, that college experience, but she afforded Kishwaukee United Way an opportunity for me to meet with the entire team and talk about, I was actually on the floor of the wood, talking about volunteering with Kishwaukee United Way. And I said, okay, girls, if I make a free throw, was it a free throw, a three-pointer, then you have to volunteer. I missed the first two. I said, all right, one more. And so one of your key players came to save the day. She made it, so you know, it's all good. All right, Coach Lisa Carlsen is a head coach, and this is probably need to be updated, but I'm just going to read what we have. Coach Lisa Carlsen is in her 10th season in charge of the NIU women's basketball program. With over 20 seasons of coaching under her belt, Carlsen has an overall head coaching record of 318 to 301. And has it increased?
I have no idea.
Okay, it's okay. She's on the winning team. Come on. Instilling a fast-paced style of play and working hard to engage the community, its fan base, and alumni. Carlsen has made a big impact on the program. I encourage you to go on the website. We have it here in the program to learn more about her. But one thing I had to highlight was a person said, Lisa Carlsen has been a winner at every level. And I know we're not in the gym right now, but let's give it up. Come on, and now! Come on! Lisa Carlsen, yeah!
You know, she needs to follow that up with she's now a courtside season ticket.
I am. Yeah, I am.
So I think that means I've done a heck of a sales job. You know, I just want to thank Dr. Vaughn for the invitation to share a few thoughts with everybody today. You know, we get the opportunity to gather here as individuals who all hold an important role in the fabric of our community. You know, there's very few things that I get more excited to talk about than words that you throw around like community, empowerment, unity, all things that really on the daily we talk about, even in my profession. We're really united in our own unique way with this a shared vision of creating an environment for all we serve to thrive, right? We all have a role in that. When asked to speak to this group and the theme of United to Thrive was presented to me, I thought about how that speaks to me in my current profession, as well as how it speaks to me as a leader and a mentor. So many in this audience have really impacted my growth during my time here at NIU and in DeKalb County, and you all have solidified the belief that in the power of uniting, we can do great things. I want to give you a little bit more background about my journey, more than just what Dr. Vaughn talked about. You know, I've been coaching collegiately for about 30 years. I think she said 20. That's probably why it needs to be updated. I have 4 grown children, 3 boys and a daughter who actually is playing for us now at NIU. And during my time, I've had some really amazing mentors who have taught me how important service to your community is. I owe so much of my appreciation and my approach for collaboration to these influential women in my life. It's always been about it takes a village. And that has served me well throughout my career. But, as a young professional, it seemed more often that it was just about climbing the ladder, right? So very middle road leadership that was based on how can I best serve my needs and desires to continue to advance in my profession. The more I learned, the more I grew, and the more I realized that was not all that I was called to do. It couldn't be about solely winning basketball games and climbing the ladder. It had to be about fulfilling my journey because of what I was called to do, right? So many times, hard lessons, they open doors that you never knew were going to be opened. My role as a mentor became very important, and I knew that needed to take center stage with the young people that I had the opportunity to lead. These things can't have to be intentional, right? It doesn't just happen by chance. Prioritizing the team over the individual and understanding it's bigger than you are really easy things to say and many times really hard things to live. I have a couple of experiences to share with you that really kind of hit this point for me. Very early in my career, that led to daily motivation, it happened when I was having a conversation with a former teammate of mine. And she made the comment that it was nearly impossible to be both a great coach and a great mother. Something had to give. That was her point. Now, no one is perfect, and those of you who have children would all agree that parenting is the hardest job that we'll ever have, right? And we would all agree that we've made many mistakes along the way, but I really took that comment to heart and vowed to prove her wrong. And here's why I tell you that story. I wanted to be seen as a strong woman leader who could also be a good mom. I wanted my student athletes to also want that and to see that in front of them every day. I had an amazing support system, bosses who created a family-first environment, and I also wanted my children to see the strong, committed leader that I was, who was still present for them, and then how to blend the two entities together. As we all look to build amazing community partnerships, it really has to start with instilling the belief in our young people that they can do anything that they set their mind to. They are strong individually, but the power of collaboration and unity can be their superpower. Another story that I have that really happened early in my career here at NIU. We had a freshman who was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. A young, otherwise healthy, new freshman preparing to be a Division I college athlete. Seems like everything that she had ever dreamed about. She was scheduled actually to go in for hip labrum surgery, and with pre-op testing found out she had stage 4 cancer. I remember the day like it was yesterday, and having to tell the team, and then watching her begin her journey of treatment and battling the disease. I've never been more inspired by anyone's faith and courage and ultimate positivity as she was attacking treatment, and she used her team as a support system of normalcy and encouragement. The team never played a game that year that they ever worried about individual accomplishment, and there were many. It was always about playing for something bigger, playing for her. The power of team, the power of unity, the power of community, all on full display. By the way, happy ending, right? She beat cancer, went on to play out her eligibility, became a starter, athlete, and is now expecting her first baby. So really cool. I tell that story because when we're part of a team, when we're leaders of our organizations, when we're looked at for answers and guidance, we don't always have all the answers. But if we understand the power of unity and community, amazing things can happen. Now, I can't stand up here and not talk a little bit of basketball analogy, right? So, no basketball game is won with one person. No roster is built on 1 or 5 people. It takes the entire roster understanding and starring in their role, right? This is true in times of adversity as well as in moments of opportunity. What do I mean by starring in your role? I'm going to talk a little bit right now, so again, bear with me. So we have a roster of 15 players, right? Only 5 people play basketball at a time. Only about 7, 8 players are in the rotation on game day, right? So how do you motivate 15 young individuals into understanding that what they do and what they bring to the team matters? So each year in the summer, we get together for about 8 weeks for the first time as that year's team, right? And if I ask 15 players at that time what their individual goals are, they would all tell me, well, I want to be a starter, I want to be a significant player. And if they don't say that, I've probably recruited the wrong players, right? But we all know that that's not possible. So we start our journey for the season. We train together all summer. We train together all fall. We play games in early November. And that's really when things kind of start to shake out as far as roles are concerned. So at that time, I usually have individual meetings, talk about where I think they're at, things they need to improve on. And then the non-conference season, many times the rotation is a little bit longer, right? So maybe I play 9 to 11 people. But by the time conference season rolls around, and those roles have been a little bit more established, we have another meeting, and with that clarity, they have a little bit more established roles. Now, if you're a starter, you want the most touches and the most opportunity, right? If you're a role player, you want to be a starter. And if you're someone who is a bench player and doesn't get to play much on game day, you just want an opportunity to get on the floor to show what you can do. Now, this can be kind of a vicious circle when it comes to disrupting unity, right? Because 15 players all want the same thing. So we have conversations about making practice your game day if you're a player who doesn't generally see the floor. Embracing preparing the starters for game day. We have conversations about always staying ready so when your number is called, you're prepared. We have conversations about being ready so you don't have to get ready if your role changes. Great teams embrace celebrating each other's successes. And that's hard, but great teams will always celebrate each other's successes. Great teams also take their roles seriously, and understanding their piece of the puzzle is vital to success. These lessons are true in any well-functioning organization, right? Not everyone is a CEO, not everyone is a VP, not everyone is a top sales rep, but everyone does have a job to do in order for the organization to function at its highest level. If I can help teach this early in their adult life, I am hopeful that they will be exceptional employees and leaders in their professions, united for the common purpose of success. I try to create spaces where collaboration is valued, where diverse voices are heard, and where people are empowered to work together for the greater good. That's what team is. By modeling this kind of unity, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that strengthens the entire organization. As leaders, we know the struggles that come with responsibility. We're often faced with complex issues, competing interests, barriers that may seem insurmountable at times. But it's during these moments of challenge that the true power of unity reveals itself. When we unite, when we come together with a shared purpose, there's no challenge that's too great and no goal that's too distant. Unity doesn't always mean we agree on everything, right? In fact, many times our differences are what makes us stronger. Unique perspectives are critical to growth and can have a profound impact on a common goal. The theme United to Thrive speaks to the very core of what we as leaders are called to do. Our work is not just about addressing immediate needs and challenges, it's about laying the foundation for long-term prosperity. So today I ask you to continue to lead with unity in mind. Let's break down the barriers that divide us and instead create stronger bonds of cooperation. Let's support one another as we build a community where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. The challenges may be great, but when we unite, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you for your commitment to this vision. Together we are stronger. Together we will thrive. Let's go be great. Thank you.
Stay right here, Coach Lisa, 1 second. And listen, I didn't know what Coach Lisa was going to say, but listen, you hit every point. Come on. And inside of your mentioned puzzle piece. Each of you have a puzzle piece inside of your bag. You all have a puzzle piece. And that's because you are a piece of the bigger picture. When you miss out, when we don't see you, the picture doesn't look the same. But when everyone shows up like today, and you lend your gifts, skills, and talents to the overall mission to unite to thrive, the vision comes to pass. So thank you so much.